The 23-24 Fantasy Premier League season has officially started. Welcome everyone. My name is Ryan from the Football Chatbox, where a channel that does FPL and football videos. So if you're new and it's your first time over here, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Football Chatbox community. We've got 20 teams, one player from each club of FPL prices to discuss. So without wasting any more time, let's get straight into all the prices that have been revealed on the first day of FPL's teasing of the new game. Let's get started. Okay, so first up, we've got the two midfield masters from Arsenal and Manchester United. We got Odegaard at 8.5 million and Bruno Fernandes also at 8.5 million. Now, Odegaard has gone up by 2 million compared to last season, while Bruno Fernandes has gone down by 1.5 million compared to last season. Now, Odegaard, I think he's a bit more expensive compared to what he does in the team for Arsenal, but Bruno Fernandes at 8.5 million is very tempting. Now, he could be a really good FPL option if Manchester United do happen to sign a really good striker. If they do sign a really good striker, we know what Bruno Fernandes is capable of. His numbers are really good as well. So I expect him to be a really good option this season if they do sign a goal scorer who can finish the chances that he creates. Odegaard, I think we'll have to wait and see. Kai Havertz can have potentially an impact on what Odegaard does this season. There have been rumors about Kai Havertz also playing as a number 8. We don't know what price he will come at. So maybe depending on what price he comes in at and where he actually slots into the Arsenal team could be very interesting to see. But those are the first two. Let me know what you think about these two. Let's go into the next two price reveals, and that is Mitoma and Watkins. Now, Watkins is coming at 8 million, a 0.5 increase in the forward line, while Mitoma comes in at 6.5 million, which is a 1.5 million rise compared to his last season's price start. Now, Mitoma at 6.5, I still think is a budget option. Assuming Brighton continue to play the way they did last season, Mitoma still at 6.5 is a really good slot, really good option. Watkins at 8 million could be a decent punt depending on how the rest of the forwards are actually priced at. We will kind of have to see where Gabriel Jesus and where maybe even Callum Wilson, Isak, where all of them fit in terms of the prices to kind of see whether Watkins is at a good price range or not. Now, Aston Villa do have European football as well, so do Brighton as well. But Aston Villa have improved silently. They've been doing well in terms of signings and recruitment. Maybe that could help Watkins in terms of his finishing. He does take a lot of chances, obviously, to finish, but maybe this could be a decent price. We'll have to kind of wait and see. Mitoma, I do like it. I do like the price he's at. But again, we'll have to see how Brighton do during preseason and see who else they sign as well towards their team. Moving on, we've got from Luton Town, we got Morris at 5.5, and from Sheffield, we've got NDA at 5.5. Now, to be honest, I haven't seen too much of both teams, and again, I wouldn't take the playstyles in the Championship. Don't necessarily always reflect the Premier League, so we kind of had to wait and see with regards to these two teams. If I'm not mistaken, Luton Town do have a decent opening running, so we'll kind of have to wait and see. I don't think there's any rush to run in, especially given their price tags. It doesn't seem budget friendly as well. You're expecting for promoted teams maybe like a 4.5, 5 million option. 5.5 seems a bit more expensive, but we kind of had to wait and see how these two teams do. But if you do have any insight into these promoted teams, let me know. But we'll have to see also like what other options they have. Moving forward, you guys got a sneak peek from Bournemouth and Chelsea, the newly signed players. Kluivert at 5 million, highly rated player. He was a highly rated player some time ago. Obviously has fallen off since then. But Bournemouth have signed him. If he can spark some magic in that midfield, and then obviously we're getting from the Bundesliga, successful season in the Bundesliga, and Nkunku comes straight into that Chelsea lineup. Now, Chelsea without any European football, under a new manager in Pochettino, he's known to get good results with youth players and all of that. So given that he doesn't have to worry about European football, maybe at 7.5 million, Nkunku could be a decent option. He doesn't play exactly at the striker role. He's slightly behind that at times for the Bundesliga team, but could be a really tempting price at 7.5 million. A Chelsea forward at 7.5, I mean, that's very tempting again. But then we say that it's tempting. In the same situation, Chelsea don't have a good history in terms of forwards as well, so we kind of had to wait and see what Nkunku does. I do think Pochettino is a really good manager. Maybe he could get something out of him. Kluivert, Bournemouth, 5 million. Depends on who else Bournemouth sign. I still think they need more players, and Kluivert alone is not going to be enough. It's going to be a tough season, I think, for Bournemouth, so we'll wait and see whether that price is tempting or not. But we move forward to Eze. Roy Hodgson is still there, and Mbeumo and Ivan Lestoni. Brentford team. Will Mbeumo be an out of position forward at 6.5 million? Now he's obviously listed as a midfielder here, but would he be playing the forward spot because Ivan Toney is not there at the start? And then Eze had a really good end to the last season. Again, 6.5 million, pretty decent point. Mbeumo has actually increased by 0.5 and Eze has increased by 1 million. So we'll have to wait and see how these two players actually do in the Premier League. Brentford, let's see what they do with Mbeumo. Will he be playing out of position striker slot? We'll kind of have to wait and see. And Eze, obviously, Roy Hodgson still as manager for Crystal Palace. Can they continue their pretty good goal scoring form? Now we move to goalkeepers for some reason, because we've got Fulham, Leno and Pickford both at 4.5 million. Now I don't think there was a change in price. Pickford stayed the same price and Leno also stayed the same price. Now this is really good because both budget keepers, but we'll have to see with regards to Everton. I think they need to improve their team significantly. Pickford won't be keeping too many clean sheets, might keep quite a bit of saves, to be honest. Leno was actually a very decent punt, very how do we say this? He was a very under the radar pick last season for goalkeepers. He did make quite a few clean sheets and obviously got quite a number of saves as well. So we'll see how Fulham do this season as well. But that's a very tempting price at 4.5 million. Let's see how they continue to do. But we're going to go towards European players, and West Ham and Newcastle both have European football. Paqueta comes in at 6 million. Trippier at 6.5. He's entered that premium defender price bracket. Trippier has gone up by 1.5 million and Paqueta has gone up, if I can find it. No, he stayed the same price. Paqueta didn't really shine as FPL option last season. We'll see how he does this season. Trippier obviously stayed in many players' teams, many managers' teams for a majority of the season. Can Newcastle continue to be strong in defense this season? We'll wait and see. Obviously, they did tail off at the latter end of last season with games and everything catching up to them because they were playing midweek fixtures as well. Obviously, now with European football to count as well, is their squad big enough? Obviously, Tonali is a massive signing, which will help improve the defense as well. But we'll have to wait and see whether the squad will be spread too thin when it comes to handling European football. Let me know what your thoughts are with regards to that. And Trippier, does he make your game week 1 team? Let me know in the comments. Let's move on to some interesting prices here. In Jose Sa at 5 million at goalkeeper, he hasn't changed price for Wolves. I still expect Wolves to be having quite a few issues unless they improve defensive wise. Sa does have times where we kind of consider him, but I'm not going to look at it for the moment. Someone who's tempting though is Heung-min Son at 9 million. He's gone down by 3 million. I think Son has had the biggest price fall out of the players we're about to see here. A 3 million price fall could be very tempting 9 million is a really good price as well for Son. If Angie Ball gets rocking at Spurs, if he's able to get something from the Spurs team, Son could be a very tempting option. If you remember 2 seasons ago, tied for the Golden Boot as well. Can he redeem and become one of the FPL mainstays this season? Let me know in the comments. Let's move on because we've got Morgan Gibbs White at 6 million and Benson at 5.5 million. Now Gibbs White I think has gone up by 0.5. Yes, that is right. He's gone up by 0.5 and Benson comes in at 5.5 for Burnley. Let me know what you guys think. I think Forest Burnley is still again teams to kind of watch and see what they do. Will be interesting to see how they do. Gibbs White did tend to get a few points here and there. For those of you who were in my chat, and I think know a few subscribers who had Gibbs White, would have had an up and down season with Gibbs White. So we'll be waiting to see how he does for Forest this season. Obviously a very key player for them last season. And then Benson, we'll see what he does for Burnley as well. Moving on, obviously Burnley they don't have the easiest of run-ins as well, I think. So you can wait there. You don't have to rush onto Burnley straight away. The final 2 big hitters of FPL fighting for the royalty of the player to be called the king of FPL. Which one will it be? We got Erling Haaland and Mohamed Salah. Now Salah at 12.5 has actually gone down by 0.5 million, whereas Haaland has gone up by 2.5 million. He has gone up the highest out of all the players. He has gone up the highest, whereas Sant has fallen the highest. So a 2.5 million price hike. 14 million Haaland. Now Van Persie a couple seasons, not couple, it's been quite a long time, but Van Persie was at 14 million as well, if I remember correctly. Haaland now at 14 million. Has it actually given managers something to think about? Because 14 million is a huge chunk of cash from that kitty pot. So we'll kind of have to wait and see. Are you actually getting Haaland? Is 14 million still too low? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And then Salah at 12.5 with Haaland at 14. Trying to have Salah at 12.5 as well in your squad. Even that Bruno Fernandes is at 8.5 and Son is at 9 million. I find it very hard to see me owning Salah quite often this season, unless he does rediscover his form about 2 seasons ago. So we'll have to wait and see. He was the king of FPL for a couple seasons before Haaland came. Has Haaland stolen the crown? Has that price increase put a question mark over managers? I think it kind of has put. Some will go without Haaland. Oh, they will go with Haaland. But it makes maybe getting some of the other premiums not as easy. So let me know what you guys think about it. Obviously, these are the final 2 picks as well. So that brings our video to a close. Let me know what you thought about the first 20 players to be released from the prices that we've got. Obviously, we're getting more prices. So today, tomorrow, and I think Wednesday, we're going to be getting prices from all the clubs as well. And then I'm expecting a launch maybe on a Thursday or a Friday. We'll have to see. But let me know in the comments what you thought about all of this. If you are new, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe while you're new. And I'll see you all for a few other videos this week where we get to know the rest of the prices of other players as well. Who are you looking forward to who's not been revealed yet? Let me know in the comments. If you're new, subscribe. Let me know if you're new as well, because welcome to the Football Chatbox, and I'll see you all later. Peace out, everyone.